What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sitting Pretty. It's your girl Lolo, and I wanted to give you guys first a very quick update before we get this new episode started. For those who had saw my A Better Diagnosis video, you know that I had been in the process of getting a genetic test done to see whether or not my diagnosis of ALS from way back when I was 14 still stands true today. So the results are in. So later this week, I am going to my doctor to discuss what those results are. I have no idea what's going to happen. Thank you for all your prayers. Keep them going. Let's just all, of course, hope for the best. But regardless of whatever the results may end up being, I'm not even really worried. I'm just really excited to see what can happen. You know what I mean? There goes the update. But let's get to the episode. Last week, I was invited to go to an event for my job. But like a couple days before the actual event, my boss came up to me and told me, and she said,
I just wanted to let you know that the venue for the event is not wheelchair accessible.
But I know my boss felt really bad because I know she wanted me to go too, and she didn't know that it wasn't wheelchair accessible until she checked. And so it made me think, like, why aren't buildings wheelchair accessible? So I'm going to break down to you my top things that annoy me as a disabled person. All right, so let me break it down to you. The topic that sparked this entire episode: buildings that are not wheelchair accessible in 2016. I'm talking about apartment buildings, clubs, restaurants, eateries, literally everything. My brother and I were trying to find a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. We were only left with like 5 options because either the apartment building's first floor was technically the second floor because there was an underground garage, and the only way to get to the first floor of the apartments was with an elevator. Now, mind you, that is accessibility, but what if a fire breaks out? How am I supposed to leave my apartment and get to safety if a fire breaks out and the only way to get downstairs is to take an elevator? Do they not always say when there is a fire, do not use the elevator? So what am I supposed to do? Isn't that ridiculous? And what's so annoying about when you want to go to a business or an event or live in an apartment, when it's not wheelchair accessible, it sucks because it's always a reminder of my limitations. And that's the part that's like, come on, it's 2016. It can't cost that much to get a slab of cement and create a ramp. People who are disabled want to live too, and want to live as comfortably and easily as everyone else does. And don't think that just because you're an able-bodied person now that something can't happen later. So be considerate. That's all I'm saying. So the number 2 thing that annoys me as a disabled person is when, I know this probably sounds crazy, but it's true. It's true. Getting out of my own chair or a very low seat. And when I mean by low seat, I'm talking a car, a couch, a chair. Any of those things become a task. It takes effort. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Have to go through every time I want to sit on my couch. For my body, whenever I'm trying to like boost myself up, it literally feels like I have an extra 50, 100,000 pounds on me that I'm trying to lift in order to just get back on my feet. And now let's get to the final thing that annoys me as a disabled person. When I'm out in public and I'm using my push wheelchair and the only person that is with me is a male. Hey, what's up, everyone? Sorry, just wanted to jump in and clarify myself a little bit. And you know it's serious when I'm in my all natural state, okay? But I have no problems being out in public using my pushchair and only being with a man. The only time it becomes annoying is when I have to use the restroom. Does that make sense? I hope it does, but if for whatever reason it doesn't, stay watching because I'm going to break it down to you and explain in detail what I mean, all right? So, back to the video. I was with my ex at the time, and we had gone to an event for my job. Mind you, this event was a movie screening, and I knew I couldn't wait until the movie was over because there was a Q&A afterwards and the whole nine, so it would have been like an extra hour on top of the 2 hours of the movie. So I knew I had to use the restroom before the screening started. But the thing is it was just me and him. And that's the part that was making me nervous because I was like, okay, we have to do something about this. We just had to get gangster and just bombard the male's bathroom. But the thing that made us so nervous and scared was because we didn't want people to think that we was going up in there to possibly do, you know, some freaky shit, you know, because it definitely would not have been the case. Was not trying to get arrested, was not trying to be on some, you know, weird situation. We just did not want the trouble. So thank God that that didn't happen, but that's what I have to go through sometimes. In order to avoid any and all of those situations, a lot of the times I just don't drink. I can't even hydrate myself because I don't want to end up having to use the restroom and be put in those situations again. So those are my top things that annoy me as a disabled person. Comment below if you have any annoyances, period, disabled or not. Just what is it that annoys you? Because I'm sure we all share the same things, whether that's somebody that don't believe in your dream, or your car ain't acting right, or you just bought something and now it don't work no more. Just tell me whatever your annoyances are. And as you go on throughout your day, always remember, whatever comes easy and second nature to you could come very challenging to the next person. So count your blessings, be thankful, and stay happy. Y'all know the routine. Leave a comment, like this video, share this video, and of course, subscribe. All right, y'all? It's Sitting Pretty, baby. Peace. And he says it's always been on his bucket list to sleep with a girl in a wheelchair. A bucket list? Really?
Bruh.
First off, my homegirl